Mr. Hannah here with another home-based learning lesson for you. Today we're going to dive further down into the video editing and start by doing some brainstorming using some storyboarding. Last week I basically talked to you about vocab, and this week I wanted to kind of bring that vocab along with us and highlight some of the things that we're going to use it for. And the main thing I'm focusing on this week is storyboarding. Now, I realize that not everybody has access to the software that I use for video editing, so I wanted to pick something that was easy and relatively free if you look in the right places. So today I'm going to show you 4 different ways to do your storyboarding to get you prepared for a video. So without further ado, let's get to storyboarding. All right, option 1 for today is going to be some online sources for storyboarding. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a Google search. And when I was looking for things to use as a storyboarding application, I just simply searched storyboard. And this is one that popped up that I thought was going to be fairly simple, the Plot.io. You can log in using your school credentials. I'll show you what it looks like when you hit it for the first time. Quit auto logging in. It looks like this when you first come in. You can click sign in with your Google account, so you can just use your school credentials, hopefully. If not, you could create an account. And I'm going to use Mr. HANNA'S so that I can show you how to email it to me at the end of it. Now, I've already been in here a little bit and played around with it, so I've got a project already started. You can just hit on the new button up here to start your project. And I've already drawn my first scene, so it gives you an idea. So let's go in here and I'll show you. It brings up a little place where you can draw images. You could upload pictures if you're not so great at drawing, which is what some of you could do. I drew this little sloppy picture of the planet Earth, and then I drew an arrow. Once I get done with the picture, you hit save, and then you can script it out. So on the script, I went in and I gave this a title. So it's the planet intro. Using a Earth image. And then for actions, I just kind of give myself some information to help me figure out what exactly it is I mean by that. So I put zoom in on the planet. So it's going to start with a wide shot of the planet Earth and then closely zoom in as we get closer. I also added that I wanted some foley, so that sound added after I've already created the video, and I want it to be playing some dramatic music to open it up. Then once I've got that, then I can just click on the next one and add the next slide. So I'm just going to go in here real quick and draw a very sloppy set of boxes, and then just write the word tech on it. I know that doesn't make much sense at the moment, but it will when I explain it in the caption. So I drew that, and then I hit save. Now for the caption, I want to put technology flash. And all I mean by this is kind of flash through a bunch of images of technology. And if you wanted right here, you could give yourself examples. So computer, cell phone, consoles, 3D printers, whatever. Okay, and that'll give me an idea as to what I need to search for. And then I also am going to do some voiceover. So I'm going to put voiceover, and then I'm going to script out what it is I'm going to say in that scene. So I want it to be kind of a dramatic, like movie preview. So I'm gonna put movie preview voice. You know, the one where you're watching a movie preview, like in a world where everything. That voice is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to put in a world full of technology, and then once I've got that, now I know exactly what I want to put in that slide. And you just work your way through there. Now, once you get it all finished, you can go up to these 3 dots and hit the share. Now, obviously, you need more than 2 slides, but I'm going to say a minimum of at least 6. Then you can type in my email address here, and it is tlhanna@westwoodisd.net, and you can send it to me. Once you send that invite, it'll put me on the list of collaborators here, and when I pull up my email, it'll show you that I've gotten that image, and I can go on here and it will open up your document so that I can see your storyline. So that's option 1 for your first storyboarding program to use. All right, option number 2 is going to be using a phone app. So I've gone ahead and went in and downloaded Canva, which you can use this on the computer as well, but there's also a handy little app that you can use. So you can download it, sign up for it. It is free to use. I use it for a lot of different things. When I'm running ads and stuff for my YouTube store, I can make easy little things that you see down there. But what I really want to use it for is for storyboarding today. So up here at the top, there are templates that I can search for. So I'm going to type in and it already pops up there. So I've got storyboard layouts here that I can then pick from. So let's go with, it doesn't really matter. I like this one because I like blue. So let's go with this one. It's going to open it up for you, and then you can click on each individual image and change it. So let's say that I've already got some images that I want, or if I wanted to pull it up from, let's say, a search, you could do it that way. No, I don't want to take a picture. Let's go from images, and then I can pull it up. I downloaded a couple for this. So I'm going to pull up that picture as the first one. Then I can add my other images as I go. So I'm going to go ahead and put all my images on there that I picked for this picture. And basically you are just giving a visual representation of what your video will look like. And I've already kind of got an idea. If you can't figure it out based on what you see me adding in here, I'm going to make a video about a pencil. And what I need to do once I've got those images in there, I need to give myself some references so that I understand what it is. So just like I did with the previous app, I can go in here and give myself notes. So just simply typing in zoom in on planet. I am not as fast a typer using my phone because I got big old fingers. And then I can give myself that same note that I gave before, dramatic music playing. And you can walk your way through the exact same way that we did the first one. It's just in a phone app. It's handier this way, I guess you could say. And then work your way through the storyline and give yourself plotting points. Then in order for you to finish, you see up there at the top, there is a download button and what looks like a collab button. So you could send this as a link, or you could send an edit link. I just need to view it. I don't need to necessarily edit it. And what you can do is take this link, cancel. And you could go straight into your classroom, go to your class, and then underneath this assignment, you could post this link, and I could then view it that way. You could also download it as an image, save it to whatever your phone storage is. So I'm just going to save it to let's see, where's my drive at? Save it to my drive. I can give it a title. Save it as storyboard. Move this little timer out of my way. Okay. Now it is saved, so then I can go into my classroom and post that picture as an assignment, so attach it as a file. The next option, a fairly simple option that you could pick if you didn't want to try an app, is by simply doing a Google Doc. So you can go to today's assignment, open it up, and then just create. Now, I can't do that with mine because I'm in the teacher's created classroom, but I do belong to a junior high staff one created by Mr. Stanford. And I'm going to go in and pretend like I'm going to post to this one so I can show you. So I'm going to click on the add or create. I'm going to edit that part and post to show you that it's my classroom assignment, whatever. Go to add or create and then hit docs. It's going to create a Google Doc that is directly attached to today's assignment. Then once I've got it generated, I can click on it. And if I wanted to change the title of it, you just go up here and change it. But basically, you're doing the same thing I showed you in the other two so far, is you're going to insert either a picture that you find online, so you could go to a web search and do that, or you could do a drawing yourself, which is what I'm going to do. I would suggest you do it this way anyways, because you could then also add your picture in there. But I'm just going to use the shapes that are available to me. So I'm going to draw a little circle and then use the line tools down to the scribble. And I can scribble my jacked up picture of the Earth. Yeah, it's a little sloppier than my other one. Don't judge me. I'm doing it quickly. Oh, I lied. I'm doing it slowly, multiple times. Did you see what I did wrong? I didn't bring it all the way back to where I started. There we go. All right, and then once I've got that picture in there, then I can add a text box below it and put my my descriptors in there. So remember, it was zoom in on the planet, and play some dramatic music. Okay, once I've gotten all of that set up, then I hit save, and it inserts that whole thing as an image, and I can resize it to fit on my page one slide after another. It doesn't matter if you go side to side or up and down, just make sure that I understand which is which. You could actually give it a number so that it keeps it even clearer for me. So I could put a 1 up here. That way it's got a 1 in the picture that you've drawn. And then you just work your way across just like you did before. Once you get done, you exit out of it, and that document has been created, and then all I have to do is hit turn in. And that's option number 3. All right, my last example here is the low-tech way, which is simply doing the storyboard on a piece of paper. You draw you a couple of squares like I'm doing here, and then once you got 6 of them laid out, or 9, or however big your storyboard's going to be, you're just going to go in and add some lines for you to write on. Think of it like old school kindergarten where you had to draw a picture and write a story, or you could even use examples that you find online, or little worksheets. There are filled out worksheets that you could use this exact thing for if you don't want to have to draw it. So I'm basically going to go in and do the exact same thing I did with the other 3 examples. The only difference is I am hand drawing them in instead. So you still give yourself the same information for each picture. It's just in a different format. So I'm going to write out zoom in on the planet and then give myself some dramatic music to then post on there. This is probably the easiest way of all 4, and is how most cartoons and movies are actually done. They're drawn out by hand. Here's a finished example of my entire little sketch that I have here, and to finish off this particular method, you're going to open up you're going to make sure that the camera's facing the right way and not in on a certain thing. Come on now. Let's just back out. Go back in. There we go. Then you're going to hover over it, take a good picture for me. and then you can go into your photos, and down at the bottom you'll notice that there is a weird little share button. It's like 3 dots connected. It gives you a bunch of options. You can then email it to me directly, or you could go into Classroom and attach this as a photo. And we are pretty much done. That was it. Hopefully it was relatively simple for you to understand and follow along with. I've given you 4 different ways that you can complete tomorrow's assignment. Today, what I need you to do every time we post a video is leave a comment down below, or you can leave it in Classroom on the assignment itself. What I want you to answer for me today: think of an idea as to what you want to do your short video about. It could be something silly like I did and make a movie trailer for pencils, or you can make a commercial, or maybe it's an idea for a video that you'd like to post on a YouTube channel. Maybe it's a movie that you want to do if you're really ambitious, but keep it fairly simple. Think of some idea and tell me what that idea is. My idea is making a movie trailer for pencils, and post that along with what type or what method that you just saw me show you are you going to use. That's all you got to write for today's assignment. Please make sure that you are getting in Google Classroom and checking on a daily basis. I'm doing roughly 2 assignments a week. That's the comment for today, and then the activity that will follow the video, which should be posted the next day. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. Like I've been saying in the past, my outro, hopefully this is something that will stick with. I kind of like it. Stay safe, stay tuned, and hopefully we'll see each other soon. Bye.